Alan will be studying at Beijing's Language and Culture University and Minju University of China. It's all being made possible through the efforts of the U.S.-China Strong Foundation. And joining me now is the president and CEO of the foundation, Carola McGiffert. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So 1 million students by 2020. I mean, that's a lot. How is your foundation hoping and working to achieve this?
Thank you, first of all, for having me. We are so excited about this new initiative that President Obama and President Xi launched a year ago. We're actually celebrating the 1-year anniversary of the 1 Million Strong initiative. And we set the goal very high. Any goal that is worth pursuing needs to be ambitious. And so we are trying to achieve a 5-fold increase in the number of young Americans in the K-12 system here in the United States studying Mandarin. We are doing this in a number of ways. We've convened an expert group of professionals in the education field focusing on curriculum, teacher training, technology to engage students across this country from diverse backgrounds in learning Mandarin. And I'm delighted with your story about Alan. He's one of our amazing student ambassadors who are going to help us spread the word about the importance of this language and this relationship.
So 1 year later, what have you seen? Have you seen a greater interest? Are parents demanding more Mandarin? And are we seeing more programs? I know it's only been a year, but where are we so far?
The demand is huge and growing. You hear stories of parents in Utah and elsewhere here in DC lining up to try to get their students into immersion programs, and it's happening in every state in this country. And so we're working with a number of governors, mayors, school superintendents to develop pilot projects in key parts of this country that can be then exported to other places in the United States. So we're working to develop curriculum norms that align with the excellent tests that exist today. We are trying to help train thousands more Mandarin language teachers who can go into these schools. And of course, we're working with technology partners to leverage their resources so that we can reach underserved and underrepresented communities around this country.
You know, I think for President Xi and President Obama, this was really part of their whole people-to-people exchanges. This is something they wanted to see young people take on. How important is it for this massive, major relationship between these two countries to see young people in these two countries learning the other language?
The U.S.-China relationship is the most important bilateral relationship that exists today. No global challenge will be able to be addressed effectively without the two sides coming together at the table and working on them together. And so it's so important that both sides have a deep understanding of the other country's culture and history and systems. And so what we're doing at the U.S.-China Strong Foundation is creating a pipeline on the American side of our next generation of leaders who will have this skill set and will, with their Chinese counterparts, be able to address these issues more effectively.
Anything else you want to say? We saw Alan Hill and how excited he was to be studying in China. Will we see more scholarships, more ways for kids to travel abroad? We have a little bit of time left, but if you could quickly tell us about some of the opportunities.
Sure. The U.S.-China Strong Foundation focuses not only on the numbers of students who are studying Mandarin and studying abroad in China, but also the diversity. There are bright students in every pocket of this country, and we need to make sure that we are reaching out to them, whether they're in remote areas or from underserved communities like Alan. And so we are working with the Chinese government and with the U.S. and Chinese private sector foundations to raise the funds to create more scholarship and financial aid opportunities for these young people, because the finances should not be the barrier to open the world up for these young people, in particular to open China up for them, given its importance strategically and economically for this country.
Carola McGiffert, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you,
Good luck to you.
Thank you.